And this guy made my tuition in like 2 hours. Actually, I think he made more than my tuition. Rappers. Welcome to Into the Industry, ITI for short. My sleeves be falling down. My name is Seth Dyer. I'm an artist, producer, and engineer from Toronto. I really need to check my barber. I am going to look like Gandalf after this. I've had the privilege of working with some celebrities as an engineer throughout my career. Oh, that rhymed. Rapping for YouTube. I've worked with Tory Lanez, Murda Beatz, Popcaan, and an African artist named Saucady, who's incredibly poppin', and I had no idea when I worked with him. I am probably butchering his name. I apologize. So here's 7 tips that I learned from working with celebrities. 1, the first thing I would say that all of these guys have in common is a form of mastery. I could see it with Tory Lanez, I could see it with Popcaan, I could see it with Saucady, I could see it with Murda Beatz. When I worked with Tory had an amazing sense of mastery. Like, you could just tell that he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what worked for his voice. He knew exactly how to speak to me as an engineer to get what he wanted. He's really been doing this and he's really been studying it. And there was a form of mastery there. It made my job easier. It made him get exactly what he wanted out of the song, out of the recording. And that's something to learn. Really perfect your craft, whatever it is you're doing. You know, whatever business you're in, whatever creative endeavor you're undertaking, work every day to be the best at that. Because I really got that sense when I worked with Tory that, man, this guy really has it down pat. He's not guessing. Murda was the same. Murda came in the studio and was chefing up fire beats in like 20 minutes. Not that things need to take a short amount of time to be great or whatever, and not that things need to take super long to be great, but you could just tell that he really knew what he was doing. He knew, like, oh man, I know these drums work here and this sound's gonna work cool here, and I like this key and I can EQ it this way and whatever. He had a very good sense of mastery. That's something that's been in common for all the celebrities I've worked with. They really know what they're doing. So, master your craft. 2, be prepared for the moment. So this is more in relation to me, but when these opportunities come up to work with celebrities, you gotta be on top of whatever it is you do, right? As an engineer, I gotta know how to press the buttons fast and how to make things happen quickly and not mess up, because, you know, these guys don't have time to waste. So be prepared, always be sharpening your skills, always be trying to elevate yourself, always be trying to just get to the next level, because when that opportunity arises, you want to be remembered for doing great things for people who are on a high scale. Even if they're not on a high scale, you want to be known for doing great work. So work hard at whatever it is you do so you're prepared for when that opportunity comes by. I keep touching my chains all tangled up weird, and accessories. Trying to look good for YouTube. The third thing I learned was have your team together and make sure you guys are tight knit. I learned this from working with Tory, from working with Popcaan, and from working with Saucady. They all had their teams with them, and you could tell there's people that they trusted. Like Tory had his DJ with him and other members of his team that, you know, he rolls around with, and they're all part of the process of what he does, and he could trust them, etc. Saucady was the same thing. His team was there with him. They were part of the process. There was a synergy to what they were doing. These guys, their team is very much a part of their success. Even Popcaan rolled with his team, but when it came down to recording, he just let his DJ in the room and this older dread guy who I'm not sure who he was, but he seemed like he's some kind of like older spiritual counsel for him in a sense, because that's important too. You know, people that you can trust to give you good advice. Murda, at the time when I worked with Murda, he wasn't as poppin'. It was just him and his manager, but that's still team. They managed to get a whole lot done, just the 2 of them. So it doesn't have to be a big team. You just got to be around people that you can trust, people you know that can get the job done that you need them to do for whatever endeavor you're undertaking. So It's not about just having the people. Let's say you need a photographer and a web design person and a PR person. It's not just about having those people just because they can do that. You want to have the right people that believe in your vision and believe in you. Team is very important for whatever you do. It doesn't have to be music. It could be anything. You know, if you want to sell shopping carts, I don't know where that example came from, but team is very important, especially in creative endeavors. Team is very important. 4, take the opportunity when it comes. So I learned this from working with Murda Beats. So I worked with Murda a couple times here and there. One session I remember very distinctly was when Kanye had just come out with The Life of Pablo, and he had that acapella on there, the old Kanye acapella. And Murda the next day was in the studio like, man, I want to make a remix to this. He wanted to be the first one to do it. He wanted to be the first one to produce something around that before anybody else did. He took advantage of the opportunity that literally arose. Kanye put out an acapella. He put out an acapella on his album. It's like you're just asking people to create remixes for it. So Murda saw that opportunity and he was like, man, I'm gonna be the first one to do this. And it was up on Hot New Hip Hop within a couple hours. Also for myself, taking the opportunity when it arises, if I get a call to work with some of these big names, it can be easy to be like, oh man, I don't feel like I'm ready. Or like, what if they're standoffish, or what if they don't like the work I do? It can be nerve-wracking, you know? But when the opportunity comes, you gotta take it, because you may regret not doing it. You know, you might learn something, you might build a connection. Learn as much about your craft as you can so that you're ready for when the opportunity comes by to work with some of these guys, or take advantage of whatever opportunity is coming towards you in your business. The 5th thing I learned is to treat everyone like regular people. They may be celebrities, but at the end of the day, they're still people. If you're working with a celebrity in a working capacity, I don't think it's very beneficial to carry on very starstruck. There's times for that, you know, and it's okay to let people know that like you're a fan and you appreciate what they do. But when it comes time to doing the job, do the job. And don't take out cameras and ask for pictures and all of that. Maybe when things are done, maybe. But I know a lot of these guys, most of them are very comfortable with that, especially when they're going through their process. You just want to respect people's privacy, you know what I mean? People are always trying to invade their privacy every day. So you want to respect people's privacy. When I worked with Tory, there was a lot of people in the studio that day. There were people coming in and out the studio. He was doing 2 features for 2 artists, and there was just a lot of people. There was other people's teams, etc. And somebody wanted to go out and take a picture of Tory recording, and he instantly stopped. He was like, no pictures, no video while I'm doing this. So you just got to remember to treat everyone like regular people. Don't do anything that you wouldn't like done to you. Next is to know a little bit about everything to do with your business. So for instance, when I was working with Tory Lanez, he had a very good understanding of everything to do with music when it came to production, when it came to engineering, when it came to his own performance. We could speak the same language. He could tell me, EQ my voice this way, or I want the reverb this way, or I don't like this frequency here. It was actually amazing, because I rarely work with an artist that can do that. And to see someone on that scale be able to communicate like that, it's like, of course you're popping. That makes sense. You can speak the same language as the people you're working with. It makes the job easier, and it makes you get what you want. Know a little bit about everything that you're doing, because it will be beneficial to you to be able to speak the same language as the people on your team. It'll also prevent you from getting screwed over in certain ways, because let's say you're working with somebody who edits video, and you yourself know how to edit video, for instance. You know how long on average it may take to edit a video with effects and this and that and that and this for editing. And then when a editor tells you it's gonna take me 6 months to do that, you're like, well, that's nonsense. I know how to do that. You're not telling me the truth. You know what I mean? So it helps you speak the same language, and it helps you not get screwed over. Know a little bit about everything to do with your business, if not a lot. And last, have fun. Love what you're doing. I could see this very much with Murda Beatz. When Murda Beatz is making beats, he's having fun. He's enjoying himself. All the celebrities I work with, they're having fun. They love what they're doing. Tory's having fun. Popcaan was having fun. Saucady was having fun. Remember, if whatever creative endeavor you're doing is your passion, have fun with it. It may be a job, but it's a job you appreciate having, and it's a job that you can execute every day with a smile on your face. Just have fun. So I hope those 7 tips were helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you have anything to say, leave it in the comments below. And let me know anything else you guys want me to talk about. Anything that will make a cool video idea. You know, I'm open to suggestions. Like, subscribe. I'm uploading one of these videos every Tuesday, along with a music video every 2 weeks and a monthly vlog. So there's going to be a whole lot of content here for you guys to check out. Yeah, keep doing great things. Peace.
Fam, this whole time my shirt was crushed up and nobody told me. I just did the whole video in a crushed up shirt, and people are gonna think I'm a weird, dusty dude. I will have a press shirt on YouTube next time.